What's good, everyone? Sway here. I'm going to be talking about the G-Wolves HSK today. And not only am I like reviewing the mouse in general, but I'm going to be comparing the review copy to the retail copy. I was able to buy the secondhand review copy online for too much money quite a few months ago, and I used it for a bit. And yeah, I mean, I just didn't know if like going to like such a polarizing shape was worth like the tiniest bit of like control or comfort or improvement you feel like you'd gain from it. And so I played with it for a few weeks and then I stopped. But now that the retail copy came out, I wanted to give it like even more of a shot. And so I've been playing with it literally since since my last review, which is what, like a month and a half, 2 months ago. So like I've put a lot of time on it, and I've come to a lot of conclusions. And I'm using it because it's the best mouse. It's the mouse I play best on right now. But I'm mainly still using it because I have an M2K coming in, and I know that's going to be like next level if I end up liking it a lot. But first and foremost, I can't see anyone clawing this mouse unless you're like a child, which is not a bad thing. I mean, if you have tiny hands and you want to claw this mouse, like you might be a bit deranged, but I feel like if you're buying an HSK in general, you're already deranged. So we welcome the deranged claw users. It's got like the weird angle for it, but I don't know. It's just a fingertip mouse. It's what it was designed for. So if you don't fingertip, you probably shouldn't buy this mouse because look at all the room. There's so much freedom, and I really enjoy that. But that freedom is kind of fucking shafted by the cable. And first and foremost, I guess I should talk about the changes between like the review copy and the retail copy. I mean, the coding does feel slightly different, but it's like hard for me to tell how different it is because this had two owners before me, but even like touching the spots where people don't touch much, like it does feel a little different. This is a bit more grippy. It has like I don't know this retail version or review version is just a bit slippery. I had to put grip tape on it because it was like slipping out of my hands. But this mouse, it's fine. I don't need grip tape on it. I honestly that's like the new thing that I really like when I can use a mouse without having to put lizard skins or whatever BTL or whatever the heck on it. Like the Razor Orochi is good for that too. I don't put skins on it. So yeah, if you're buying the HSK, the coding is at least good. I can vouch for that. Cable, they did change the cable. It's kind of hard to tell, but this one is like I don't know. I can't. I don't think they even made it thinner, but like it just doesn't interact the same. It sounds weird when I say it, but it does feel a little more stiff. I mean, oh god, here's from the back. Here's from the back. You see how it moves a little bit? And here's like more towards the middle. It's like a shit cable. There's a bit more give on this one, but well, although they're both shit cables and they're both terrible and they feel like they weigh more than the mouse, I like the stiffer one is kind of nice because if you see like I gave it a little bend and that bend I feel like matters a lot because this one like no matter what I do like it'll eventually come back down and like start touching the mouse pad but like this bend stays and I like that. And I mean it's not even like the little plastic part goes up because it doesn't but just the stiffness of the cable like keeps it up but neither of these are ideal. If you really want to main this mouse I recommend paracording it but at the end of the day I think they're coming out with a wireless one so maybe it's just worth it. This is just like a really interesting idea in a really interesting shape but it's not executed that well, you know what I'm saying? Like there's just a lot it needs like the clicks on around 20 ends like even the old, I feel like the old copies clicks are better. They're a bit tighter. They both mice still have pre-travel. Here, that's where it actuates. Boom. When it actuates, you're basically bottoming out, so there's no post-travel. But the pre-travel is there on both mice, but it's like minimal. But although like the pre-travel is the same, I don't want to take it out of my bungee because I'm literally gonna use it for Quake after this. You see, like pre-travel's there. The pre-travel's still there, but these clicks feel tighter. Just like the tiniest bit. These are a bit more hollow. I know a lot of people like that, but I'm starting to like the more tensioned feel. And these are just a bit lighter. people, you might argue that it feels like it's less fatiguing, but I think that comes down to personal preference. But these clicks are pretty light for even for armor on 20Ms. The scroll wheel feels identical, and mouse feet. This one has a ring around the sensor. This one doesn't. And the stock mouse feet were all right. I used them until they were like basically dead. So now I have core pads on this one. Now let's throw this one away because I don't think there's really much else to talk about. Because if you own the retail copy or the review copy, God, my brain, you're not missing much. I don't think you need to buy a new one. Although like the colors that X-ray pad is carrying right now, like the transparent ones, are really cool. It's just I don't know. This is not that groundbreaking of a mouse. Even though I like the shape and I'm like maining it right now. I'm switching between this and the Orochi because I'm speedrunning Titanfall 2 again and I need side buttons for that game. So what else? What else? What else? I don't know. Comparison wise, yeah. If you have the review copy, you're gonna be fine. You can keep it. You don't need another one. But if you are a fingertip grip user and you're looking for a new mouse, I don't know. For how much this mouse costs, what is it like 80 bucks? I think 90 sometimes when it's like low stock because people can do that. It's not worth the money. But if you're a deranged fingertip user and you really want like a new fun shape, yeah, buy it. But if you're that deranged at all, I feel like you might just want to pull the trigger on the M2K, which is what I did after I realized I liked the HSK. But even now, I'm a bit scared for the M2K because of the rubber cable. So we'll see. We'll see. I literally think I won't be satisfied until we either get like a perfect, like very light, thin paracord on a fingertip mouse like this, or until they're wireless. So yeah. Overall, I mean, I like it. I think when I first got the review copy, I used it for like 2 weeks, and it was like good, and I liked it. I was able to play even Apex with it. I just had to change my binds, but now I've been learning how to duel in Quake Champions, and I don't need my side buttons, so I've been playing it like non-stop, playing with it non-stop, and I've put like almost 200 hours into it, I think. Literally since my last like review video, I've been using this mouse day in and day out. I just started speedrunning Titanfall 2 again like 3 days ago, so I really haven't been using the Orochi much. And yeah, it's probably the mouse I perform best with. Does that mean that I'm going to recommend it to people? No. It's like the same way when I was manning the Cox, the CM, what is it, Cox CM 600, whatever the fuck it is, the egg, the Cox egg. I would never recommend that to someone unless they like really wanted to try the shape. And that's the same. What this is like 38 grams, but how light it is honestly like negated by the cable because the cable's shit. You feel the cable a lot. Now, like I don't know what happened to me because before I started making reviews, I was like really like I was like a wireless shill and I couldn't deal with cables. It's just like some OCD stuff that I like legitimately deal with. But I don't know if it's just like the exposure therapy from reviewing so like more mice and like dealing with cables more, but they just don't bother me anymore. But this one does. So I think that's saying something. Like I think I'm like really not picky at all with cables. Like I can deal with most anything. I don't even need to like third party paracord all my mice anymore. But this one's shit. It's terrible. Really bad. But yeah, I mean, it really is like if you want to experiment, if you want to like find your mojo, like yeah, sure, get it. It's fun. I mean, I enjoy it and I still use it, but that's why I bought an M2K because I'm like, well, if I like deranged shapes, I might as well buy like the expensive fucking badass deranged shape rather than. I feel like I'm just half-assing it if I use the HSK, but I do understand not everyone has a lot of money, and if you want to try the shape and you're not like loaded into range enough to buy an M2K, yeah, I'll get this, and if you're like, if you don't have a lot of money but you're still really serious about games, you might want to look into like saving for a paracord as well and core pads because the mouse feet, while they were decent, they wear out pretty quick. And yeah, I don't know. This is just I have a really love hate relationship with this mouse because I really wish it was better, and it's just not. That's like me with reviewing nowadays. At one point, you start to like have to nitpick everything because, I mean, products are like getting to like a decent level where most are like, yeah, they're pretty solid. Build quality's good. A lot of things are figured out. You don't have to worry about like sensors anymore. Um, talking about sensors, I do. I don't know. I'm like really vibing with the Orochi's sensor placement and how far up it is, and I feel like if this was just up a few millimeters, I'd be happier. But what was I talking about? I don't even know. I'm just not satisfied with this mouse. I have to nitpick things because most mice are getting pretty decent, And there's just a lot this mouse lacks. I don't know. I really wish I could love it more. I really wish I could recommend it to everyone, but I can't. And even though I know I'm gonna like the M2K, it's too expensive to recommend to people. So deranged fingertip users, like you're gonna have to wait a while, especially because we can't. I mean, I couldn't get a final mouse, the mouse of the gods, whatever the fuck. I couldn't. I didn't want to like pay a scalper, and I didn't even try for the drop because I fucking hate drops. It is just like against my core belief system that we should be selling mice as if they were like fucking supreme shit, and it's just I don't know. I just fucking hate that shit. So for now, I don't think the masses have the answer to the perfect fingertip mouse because this is not the perfect fingertip mouse. Even if it had an amazing cable, I don't think this shape is the end all be all of fingertip. I know a lot of people were on the MZ1 kick, and I really like the MZ1. I just haven't been using it because I really, really wanted to try this out all the way, give it my all, which is what I'm also going to do with the M2K because they're such polarizing shapes that you really got to just like dive in for a long time. And yeah, I don't know. I'm still searching. Companies, make some dope shit. Let's get some experimental shapes, please. There's just a drought and it's boring, and I want cool fingertip mice. I have the GameSense Meta here too, and it's just an S2 clone. I'm bored of it. I like. It's probably better for me to claw it. And I just want a fingertip. I just want a fingertip. I don't even know if I'm gonna review this, but yeah, I don't know. That's it for me. I know it's been a while, but I've literally just been streaming like every day, playing Quake and Titanfall, and using the HSK. So I think as of now, my M2K keeps getting delayed, so I'm just waiting for that to come in. But yeah, clicks pretty shit. The scroll wheel decent. The scroll click pretty good. I like it. Coding all right. Cable shit. Stock mouse suite shape. All you really got to know. This is not a recommendable mouse, but it's a fun one. So take that as you will, and that's it for me. Yeah, sorry if this was a bit of a weirder video, but this is a weird mouse, and I have weird feelings about it. So I appreciate you guys a lot. M2K video coming soon. I'll probably talk about the Orochi and the meta, and I finally got a G Pro X super light. I was like, I did not have money for a long time, and I came into some recently, so I just bought a bunch of shit, and now I will have content coming. I also ordered the lethal. I ordered two of the pads, so that's it for me. Peace, everyone. Take it easy.